Just about underway in the third period here. RPI with a 2-1 lead as they are still 1:04 on the kill. Jake Wood in the box for contact to the head.
Face-offs through 2 periods, 27-14 Union. RPI did win a few big ones, and they win that one there to start the third. We are underway. Engineers skating from left to right. And I feel like I'm in an NBA game. They're playing music during play. Here comes Vecchione. They sort that out not soon enough.
Certainly
Vidmar, and now we get a whistle here and an offside call. Go
Certainly
ahead,
I wouldn't.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that really hits home for me, and I wouldn't.
That's right.
I got to find out who's running this show. Kind of goes against the, I guess, really unwritten rules, but maybe it is a Siena U Albany game. We just don't know as they play here.
It's going to be the Dutchman skating through center. Another 30 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Vecchione dropping it off for Taylor. Near point, Fu. Faked a shot, walks to the high slot area. To the far circle, Vecchione. Back up top, Fu passes in his skates. Near side, Taylor. Back to the far side, Vecchione. 17 to go on the power play. Taylor, center blue line. Far side point, Vecchione. Down low, Vidmar trying to center. Out in front. Puck skips wide of the goal. As fans behind the net to our left hop off their seats. They thought that one had a chance of going in. Now a shot coming, deflects to the near side corner. Fu out of the box, Wood. Back to even strength. Pass across, and maybe one too many passes. Vidmar had a shot, at least an opportunity to shoot the puck. Tried to slide it across for Vecchione. That pass didn't connect, and it carried him all the way to the far boards. Turning and shooting, that one's over the top. Engineers even strength here. But still trying to corral things after the killing off that Union power play. Union now 0 for 4 on the man advantage. As it's picked up by DeSimone. Up the far wall and in deep. Tipped in. Played by Perry. Leaves it in the corner. Rinaldi. He's wrapped up there by Prapavesis. And now carried back towards the near point. Burton feeds it towards goals. Tipped on net. They score on the rebound. Anthony Rinaldi with his 3rd goal of the year. And just like that, Union has tied it 1:50 into the 3rd.
And that's a credit to Union. They just wanted that whole shift ever since the first dump and clear from RPI. Even when that penalty expired, they just seemed to quit in front of Chase Perry and not kind of just stand still and really had no urgency to attack the puck and win a battle. And it seemed like they were just pylons out there that Union was kind of passing and skating around, and that puck just floated again right towards the net. Perry makes an initial save, and nobody's got an eye on it except for
Rinaldi.
Rinaldi.
Being word from Edgar Garian that the first game against Union was played outdoors in Cohoes, which makes some sense. Thanks, Ed. Shot up the far boards. Morello trying to clear. Can Union keep it in? For a moment they do, but then Wood just forces his way to center. Jake Wood carrying into the attacking zone. Shot and a save by Sakelaropoulos into the far corner. Wood gets dumped there by DeSimone. Back comes Brown. He picked up the first Union goal. Union is offside. Trying to drag the toe was the defenseman Coleus, looking to move in on the attack. 2-2 game, 17:33 on the clock, and Jake Wood still behind the Union goal. He's finally back to his feet and skating back to the bench. Hunched over.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he got caught up with a skate tied up. Seems to be hunched over, nursing his either left arm or lower body area, kind of near the waist maybe, talking with training staff, but made it out to the bench under his own power.
Shots were 18-6 in that second period. Huge period for Chase Perry, of course, allowing the 1 goal, but sending the Engineers to the 3rd with the lead, which they have no more, of course, as Rinaldi picks up the tally for Union early here in the 3rd period. 3-3 game. Vecchione hooked a bit, grabbed the stick of Wilson, who lets go. His stick's now in the corner, kept in at the far point by Taylor. Glove down by Vecchione in the corner, off the wall for Fu, trying to give it back to Vidmar. Kicked around, pinballed off the skates of DeVito, and now up ahead for Melanson. Drew Melanson, 3 goals and an assist in his career in Mayor Cup games. The most points ever by an Engineer. He's had a chance to play in a number of them now. This is his 3rd. Scooped along, nothing on it from Fu, given away. Played far side, Engineers are offside as Bourbonnais crossed the blue line in a little bit too much of a hurry.
He couldn't Wade, a fluttering pass given to him, but got a little antsy because he saw some open ice between him and Sakelaropoulos barreling down. You got to think that he's going to have a hand in something offensive coming up for the Engineers in the next 16 minutes. Should they get one or get close.
Krug back behind his own goal, starts it out near side. Here comes a Mellophone to the RPI line, dumped in. Mears Moore back to pick it up for RPI, wraps it around far side, skips by everybody. Will this be icing? Oh, I don't know. They'll say icing here, but Newhouse looked like he went right through his stick.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call. Brady didn't, the linesman here, didn't even make a suggestion that he was going to raise his hand. He should have been the one to wave that off.
Oh boy. Icing here on the Engineers, and a bit of a debatable one, but we play on nonetheless. Whiffin far side, bouncing puck towards the point, scooped out to center. Trying to move it along, Nanny has a man with him. It's Liljegren. Nanny in, trying to find Liljegren, swept away by Coleus behind the goal. Played to the far wall, picked up there by Rinaldi. He tied this game up moments ago. Coleus near side, nearly run into by Orval. Now Orval gets dumped in front of the RPI bench. Palms up from Brian Vines on the near side, but nothing called here. Rinaldi into the end wall, takes a hit. They duel in the corner, 2-2 paired off, near corner of the RPI zone. 2-2 game with 15:45 to go in the third period. Everything a neutral fan would want from this game in this third period. And now Moore had his stick between the legs of Rinaldi. As you can imagine, he didn't like that and shoved it away.
Puck ended up in the netting of the near corner, so they'll do a face-off to the left, or excuse me, the right of Chase Perry, the left of us, as we look down behind the benches here at the Times Union Center. A false start, so they'll do it again.
Engineers are 3-3 when they have the lead after 2. Although I don't know what their record is after they give up the tying goal in the first 2 minutes of the third. I guess that doesn't matter. We have a brand new hockey game with a little under 16 to go.
And something they haven't really done, Perry, too much of this year, and maybe in recent memory, is come back after a depressing goal with a goal of their own rather quickly, the way they did.
Yeah, well, in that second period, they were able to do so to regain that 2-1 lead, but now we find ourselves tied at 2. Puck to center, played near side by Campbell, carried in by Meyer, high shot over Perry. It caroms off the end glass, scooped in the air by Orval. To the near side, a race for the puck. Patrick Paulino trying to jump on it there. Throws a shoulder into Taylor, who flips it around behind the net to himself. Chipped to center by Sapinski. Played back into the Union end. Engineers touch up on the offside, go back in on the forecheck. Stopping behind the goal is Campbell. And he'll set up the breakout for Union as we come up on 15 to go in the third in a 2-2 game. Tipped into the offensive zone by Brown. Race to pick it up. It's going to be picked up by Reno. Gave it to Wilson, who fanned on the clearance. Centering pass out in front. Gave it right away to Polino, who skates back the other way with Orval. He'll shoot it off the glass far side. Orval will chase. Everybody else changes. Puck behind the Union goal. Corralled by Krug. Far side, Sapinski. Played it to center before avoiding a hit. Bouncing puck. Neutral zone. Shot in by Bourbonnais, who just came off the bench. Behind the Union net, Melanson trying to track it down. Centering pass out in front. Shot by DeVito, save. Rebound loose. Riley a try. And that one hit a body and went wide. Best team from the Engineers here in the period now. DeVito, a blind pass into the middle of the ice. Skips all the way through to the boards. Bourbonnais trying to scoop it up the wall. Gloved at by Sapinski. Could have been a hand pass either way. Didn't see who touched it next. It won't matter because back comes Union. Into the zone, Burton. Behind the goal. Chopped at by Manley. Now Scarfo behind the net. Indirect off the sideboards, back to the point, DeSimone. Shot coming. That one skips off the base of the net in the air, and now it's behind the cage. Scarfo once more. Scarfo carrying, top of the zone, fed to the point. DeSimone fires it off the end boards. It caroms around to the near side. Riley chopping. Coleus keeping on the skate. No, it pops out to center. Bourbonnais on further, trying to find Melanson. It's tracked down by DeSimone. He's being hounded by Melanson, trying to lift the stick. Played up far side for Vidmar. Near side, Coleus. He'll move into the attacking zone and shoot it in. Onside are the Dutchmen. Puck played around to the far side. More knocked down by Vidmar. He'll pick it up along the far boards, turning and shooting. That one's blocked by Prapavesis. Now Vidmar once more, turning, they left him free. Shot coming over the top. As it's played to the far side, they have to deal with a broken stick as Vecchione works it back to the point. DeSimone holding. carrying up the boards. He shoots it in deep further. On comes Fu. Shot coming. Rebound. That one kept out. Thrown in front, and it's picked up by the Engineers who want to skate the other way. Union doing just about everything but scoring there as they're back to their own end. Vidmar has that one skip up into his midsection. He'll glove it down and try to work on Whiffen in the neutral zone. Vidmar down the middle. Nobody home. Icing on Union. We get a stoppage. 12:59 to go. Third period. 2-2 RPI and the Union Dutchman.
Well, if Chase Perry got a glove or a pad on that, that could have been the save of the. That was the save of the game.
Absolutely.
And stretching across from his right to his left, trying to keep that rebound out of the net. Union really forcing the play there. Murs Moore using a stick that's 6 inches too long for him as Liljegren traded up. As Murs Moore broke his stick and was playing pretty much 4.5 guys. That was RPI in their zone for that time.
Good keep at the far point, down low. Orval tried to work it back to the near point. Intercepted, nearly stolen back by Polino. Puck to the RPI line. Vecchione trying to vulture the puck away, couldn't do so. Poked free at center. Get right back to Sapinski. Near side entry into the zone. Brown trying to get to the puck, but he's beaten to it by Reno. Now Polino at the near half wall. Lobs it high in the air. It'll come down at center. Kicked at by Hayhurst. He'll stop at the near point. Now he'll stick handle on Sapinski. Spinning around at the point, fed far side. Here's Manley. Wrist shot through traffic. Skips all the way to the near side and out to center. Will Riley back to pick it up at his own blue line. He'll go cross ice for Manley, who gives it back. Bouncing puck cannot be corralled to the near wall. Engineers trying to clear it out. They do. Glove down by Melanson. That'll be a hand pass. And we get a stoppage. 12:04 now remains in this third period. 2-2 game. RPI and the 9th-ranked Dutchman.
Yeah, Jake Borello. Not a lot of ice time tonight. Playing on that fourth line. Centering that fourth line is they quickly come off DeVito's line now. As you mentioned in the pregame, Perry, that second line on against.
Oh boy, Jake Wood. Sorry, Jake Wood trying to go to the bench. The door opened up on him while he was trying to climb over it. And certainly not as funny for everyone else as it was, I guess, for me. Puck to the near corner. Dufour trying to work it out of there. And Mellophone. And now Dufour again in the corner, watched by Prapavesis. Wood's all right, that's why it's funny. Here's Krug in the near corner once more. It's going to be DeVito behind for Prapavesis, and now Moore. RPI looks to break out. Murs Moore on the carry to center. Near side Melanson gives it back across. Bourbonnais walking in. Still Bourbonnais. He shoots and he just missed the top right corner. Puck back out to center. Melanson looks hurt. Back comes Dufour. Wrist shot blocked by the leg of Wilson. He'll ring it around far side, hits off the glass, and now out to center. Good corral by DeVito. He'll hand it off for Wood, trying to play it back for Bourbonnais. Intercepted by Scarfo. He'll now turn it up ice for Union. Carries down the middle. Ryan Scarfo, plenty of room to work. In the middle, Scarfo a shot. That one just missed the net as Perry did the splits, but the puck went wide. Penalty coming up here as there was a player dumped behind the goal. RPI man advantage upcoming. Here comes Morello on the move far side. A glove save by Sakelaropoulos. He will hold, but the Engineers will go on their third power play.
Well, you look down at the Engineer bench and it looks like they just went through the gauntlet as Wilson's now hunched over. Melanson's hurt and kind of hobbling gingerly back to his seat on the bench, although not sure if he's going to be willing to go again. Maybe not on this shift, maybe a couple of shifts out. Wilson real shaken up, and it'll be Scarfo going off for the Dutchman. 2-minute minor to try to take another look at what it was. Probably interference behind the play.
Could be boarding, yeah. Wilson was the one shaken up, as we mentioned. RPI power play here, they're third, but they're second of the 2-minute variety, as one of them just lasted the 5 seconds back in the first period. Here's Union breaking shorthanded. Vecchione into the zone, drops it back. Fu, top of the circle. He's surrounded by Engineers and gave it away. Bourbonnais, far side for Liljegren. He'll skate it in. Liljegren in the corner, lost it on the stick handle. Behind the net for Bourbonnais, wraps around to the near side. Can Riley keep it in? Yes. At the near point, Will Riley holding, waiting. Near circle, Jacob Hayhurst. Walks it in, takes a wrist shot, that blocked by Bodies. Far side Fu trying to clear, and he gets it right past the stick of Riley out to center ice. Maybe an ill-advised shot there for the freshman Hayhurst, who has been good on the power play. Now Riley walking his way in, and he had to be denied by the stick of Campbell. as he walked it right into the slot area. And if you're not used to that from Riley, if you're one of the Union penalty killers or someone who's not seen that a lot, he'll do that. He'll jump right into the attack.
And maybe just saying, hey, I know you watched some game film on me, but I'm going to do this now. And that's, that's something out of Hayhurst's playbook. He's really shifty, and you never know where he's going to go, left or right. He's got that agility, and Will Riley showcasing some creativity there.
Face off far side of the Union zone. One back to the point. Here's Wilson. 9 goals on the year. Best among NCAA defensemen. Moore back to Wilson rather. Far side, Orval pulls it back. Thought about a shot. Still Orval. Down low, Polino. Back up top. Orval one-timer. Spins it just wide. A bit of a knuckle puck there. Never sat for him. And now a battle for the puck in the corner. One back by Polino to the point for Orval. Wilson, a one-timer. Broke his stick. He'll have to go back to the bench to find a new one. Engineers right now playing 4-on-4. As they hold on to it, and they keep it in the attacking zone well. Wilson knocks his formerly broken stick away. One-timer high and wide. Might want to grab a new one. Wilson near side point. Up the wall. Whiffin on further for Paulino. 38 seconds to go in the power play. Wilson up top. Near side Moore. Couldn't handle the puck. In the near corner now. DeSimone trying to steal it away. Work back to the point for Wilson. Far side connection. Orval in. Over the top. He hit the glass. Near side boards. Meyer a chance to clear. And he will all the way down. 20 seconds remain on the Scarfo penalty. 9:12 to go in the third. A 2-2 game. RPI and Union. Here's Riley from behind his own goal. Played far side. Here comes Prapavessis. He'll cross center and ring it in. Comes down to the near corner. More broken stick action from Wilson's split twig around to the far side. Vidmar out of the box comes Scarfo. Vidmar to center into the attacking zone. Vidmar stops in the corner. A little hesitation move. All the way around to the near side. Vidmar takes a hit from Bourbonnais. Picked up by Hayhurst behind for Prapavessis. Vecchione puts him into the end wall rather softly. And now Campbell back for Vecchione. Centering pass. Vidmar a shot. Blocked by Riley. Loose in the middle. And it's poked free by Bourbonnais, but he can't clear. Picked up by Fu. Trying to stick handle. Stolen away by Prapavessis. He'll try to shield. He's upended at the far boards. Finally chopped in the air out to center. It'll be Campbell to pick it up in his own zone. Far side through everybody. Will it be icing? Yes, it will. And this tired Union group, although it's their top line, will have to take a face-off in the defensive zone. 8:16 on the clock in a 2-2 game.
And they controlled most of that play, and just some awful clearing attempts by RPI. Lackadaisical 10 feet inside their own zone. And that's just something a coach never wants to see, and he's probably harping. Coach Appert's giving them the business right now. As they sit on the bench, you cannot be 10 feet inside your own blue line with possession and not get it out.
Giveaway in front, sliding play made by Campbell. Reno at the point. He'll take a shot through traffic, and Sakelaropoulos didn't see it all the way, but it skimmed wide of the goal. Now it's center. Taking a hit was Vecchione, but it's played right back to Taylor in his own end. He'll go D to D. This Union group still trying to get a change. Here's Fu now. Stick handling in the attacking zone. Forget the change. They want to go back on the attack. Fu stops in the corner. Fed to the blue line. DeSimone walking in. Around Wood. Still DeSimone far corner. He'll wrap around the net. To the near side. Indirect off the wall for Fu at the point. He'll take a shot that goes wide, way wide into the far corner. Fu wants a break now. 7.5 to go in the third. Tie up behind the RPI goal played by DeVito. He's being pestered there by Brown. High off the glass to center, and DeSimone will track it down in his own end. Both teams getting changes now, as it'll be DeSimone to pick it up for Union. He'll stop behind his own goal and slow things way down. Shots 30-20 Union. They've come back to pull even here at 2-2 as it's played by DeSimone far side. Here's Cole Meyer. Up the far boards, tipped in by Sapinski. Stopped by Perry, far side, he elects to play. Fanning on it more, picked up by Hayhurst. Hayhurst to center ice, connects to Prapavessis. Across the red line, he'll flip it in on the backhand. Skips behind Sakelaropoulos to the far side corner and now given away. Orval, up the boards, Hayhurst. Centering pass, poked free by Polino. Just couldn't quite reach it. Polino now in the near corner. Cycling for Orval. Orval spins away from Meyer, giving it back to Polino. Polino now carrying to the far corner. Lost it in the referee's skates. Still Polino. Centering pass. One-timer. What a stop by Sakelaropoulos. He robbed Riley of his first collegiate goal on a point-blank try. What eyes from Polino to find Riley crashing the net. But he was capped out by the senior netminder.
Yeah, Will Riley driving that slot like we just saw him do moments ago and taking a shot. This time He gets sort of a pass slash deflection. What a pass by Patrick Polino. Sakelaropoulos, you know, that's a bang-bang NHL-style play right there. Sakelaropoulos looking behind him, as we've seen him do tonight. That one, you could believe he'd look behind him because you're not sure how that puck's going to come off that stick. And it's almost a deflection at that point. And you just got to be big and take up the net where you think Will Riley's going to have that puck leave his stick, and that's exactly what he did. So a good cycle there. Will Riley having good patience and frame of mind to crash that slot. And Polino with almost a 70-foot saucer pass, get it right on his tape. So the fans are getting what they paid money for here in a tight 2-2 game with chances at both sides.
6:29 to go in the third. 2-2 game. Face-off coming in the Union zone. They win it. It'll be DeSimone far side for Fu. Lobbed in the air to center ice. Bouncing puck Vecchione. Chopped into the attacking end by Vidmar. Race for the puck. Reno. First one to it. Slaps it far side. Nanny. Pinching in Campbell. Right back down low it goes. Battling for it, Parker Reno. These are the 50-50 puck battles RPI has to win against this top line. This time they do. Liljegren to center. A little bit of space for Nanny. Nanny walking in, trying to walk it out in front. Sakelaropoulos given away! Liljegren, wow! Did he do it again? Sakelaropoulos bailed himself out there. I don't know what he was doing. He went to use the goaltender stick. He threw it down the middle onto the tape of Liljegren, who said, "Thank you very much." And he shot it right back on goal. Somehow Sakelaropoulos was able to keep it out. In fact, it looked like Liljegren found the mitt of Sakelaropoulos. Certainly not the other way around. 5:59 left, and the Engineers probably unlucky to have not taken the lead here.
Yeah, Liljegren has scored a game winner against this team before, and we've seen it. You know, that one hard work. This one would have just been a happy birthday puck right to his tape in the slot. I'm not sure exactly what Sakelaropoulos, he definitely wanted to throw that out. Probably, I don't know how you missed Liljegren crashing the net like that. 6'2" frame, 200-plus pounds, and just throws it right back in. And they're going to review this.
They are.
We have a good view of it here on the board.
The top down will give it our best shot, of course, as is the case.
I didn't think it went in.
No.
Sakelaropoulos has certainly got a neck workout tonight from multiple shots. And he's had to turn around, do the twist.
You are listening to live coverage of RPI Hockey 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy. Sorry to interrupt, Jeff. With 6 minutes left in this third period, they're taking a look at potential goal here, but it looks like, at least from our vantage point, Alex Sakelaropoulos, as I mentioned, kind of bailed himself out. He had a puck in front of him. He elected to try and play it down the middle, but Liljegren was just crashing the net as you would for a rebound, and it was given to him. And Liljegren's ensuing shot, we believe, found Sakelaropoulos somewhere, not the back of the net.
Just, you know, both big saves.
Oh, there's the puck.
Puck's underneath.
It's underneath his right leg. Yep, no goal. That's not the official word. That's me.
Well, we've been pretty good at calling those. So
you're right. I'll
the
give
face
us
off. The puck will be faced off to the left of Sakelaropoulos.
There's a really good look at it. It's under
talking
his right leg.
to Vecchione like he fanned on the.
Oh, but it's coming from a good direction if you're RPI. Although they're not going to be able to verify. I don't think from our vantage point. It hit him in the left pad.
Inside part of the pad, and then bounced over to underneath him somewhere.
I don't know how that didn't go in. Looking at the replay
just
a fourth or fifth time, right.
Over to the right, and that puck is clearly through the 5-hole of Sakelaropoulos. So
it caught the inside of his left leg, somehow stayed along the goal line and inside of his right leg and out of the net. Anyway, 5:59 on the clock. Shots are 30-23 Union in a 2-2 game. Defensive zone face-off win, although Wood tries to battle back for it. Nearly does. Wraparound try, saved by Sakelaropoulos on Rodriguez. Puck behind the goal. Tracked down there by Newhouse. He'll feed it down the middle. Scarfo, good connection up ice. Here's Rinaldi. Drop pass, nobody there. But Hayhurst. Engineers want to skate the other way. 3-on-3 as they hit the line. Hayhurst into the slot. Backhands one off a skate into the corner. Picked up by Rodriguez. He looks to cycle, but he gave it away to Rinaldi. Scooped out to center. Off the near boards and in deep. Prapavesis will gather a fluttering puck there. Mike Prapavesis with it, far side of his own end. To center, tipped in by Bourbonnais. It'll be played behind. Rolling puck on edge. DeSimone knocked down by DeVito. Was probably headed there anyway. Now DeVito on further into the far corner. Sapinski playing it up the boards. Beaten to it by Bourbonnais. Forced the turnover. Far circle Melanson. Feeding it in front for DeVito. And not much is going to come of that. Fed off the near glass. Glove down by Reno. Inside the zone or not. They're going to say offside the call.
Yeah, it just looks like Jimmy DeVito and maybe Drew Melanson as of late in this season. He's been kind of snake bit as you look at his numbers. Definitely not the season he wants to have, I'm sure, being a junior with a lot of shooting skills and a lot of speed. And DeVito, being a person with only 4 points, he's got to do more of the things that got him that prestigious second line position. And of course I'm talking about being physical, and I haven't seen that much of him tonight.
Here is Brady Whiffen. He's had a good spurt going here this season. The middle stages kind of come into his own. Scored that big shorthanded goal late in the first period against Harvard. 3 goals and 3 assists for Whiffen. He was really playing in his first year. He's a sophomore. Didn't play all last year. Now Campbell trying to play it far side. Vecchione. Union looks to break out of the zone. Vidmar to center. He's overtaken by a pair of Engineers, picked up by Prapavesis. He'll go across for Moore. Moore down the middle, bouncing puck all the way to Orval. I guess they don't care how you get it there, just that you do. Orval plays it in deep. DeSimone stops behind his own net. A little over 4 to go in regulation. 2-2 game. Here's Coleus, near side in. Walker dumps it in on the backhand. Here's Moore to pick it up. He'll try the far side, broken up there by Scarfo. Back to the point, DeSimone. Wrist shot coming, well wide, looking for the deflection off the end boards, got it around to the near side. Coleus pinching in. Now Scarfo turning and shooting. That hit his skate. Man breaking Orval. Puck lobbed ahead. It's got to be Orval and DeSimone, and they wave off the icing as Orval gets there first, shielding the puck in the corner. Orval battles for it there. Polino to help out. Kicking at it is Orval. Trying to work it up the wall. He gets knocked out, and Union wants to go the other way. 4 on 3 if they hurry, as Scarfo carries far side, and they're offside at the line. 3:26 to go in the third. We're still tied at 2.
The Union is just not a dump and chase team, and we've witnessed that all tonight. And they carry the puck as often as they can into the zone, and with that you're going to get sometimes the defenseman carrying it, sometimes a lateral move that's going to throw you offside. RPI hoping to disrupt, and that's what they just did.
Shot in by the Dutchman. 5,895 the announced attendance here. Not announced yet, but I have inside information. Bouncing puck far side. Sapinski will dump it in. Reno behind his own goal. Played up the near wall for Wood. Fed on further into the Union zone. They'll say that hit the something that wasn't supposed to. And we'll get a stoppage in play.
A couple of interior in between the glass jutouts for their televised games. They all stick a reporter down there. Or I should say a headset.
Center ice, Taylor. Now near side, swept in by Vecchione. Near side, that'll leave the ice, so we'll get another stoppage here. 2:47 on the clock now. Little stop and go in this one. And in a 3-2 game, is reminiscent of the first game. Although RPI fans hoping it doesn't finish that way. Union winning that one 3-2. It was a debatable late penalty. Union got a power play and they scored on it very late in that third period.
Yep.
And now Nanny in. Kicks it to himself. Stops in the far corner. Lou Nanny down low. Liljegren and Whiffen down there. A couple of big bodies for RPI. Whiffen to the far point. Some room for more. Slap shot coming. That one's blocked by Fu. Spencer Fu looking to clear. Feeds it near side. Here's Vidmar. Has Vecchione with him, but he had to slow up at the blue line before dumping it in. Vidmar then dumps Prapavesis on his way into the zone. Says, out of my way. RPI fans don't like that, but we play on. Into the zone now, far side, dumped in by the Engineers. First one to it will be Coleus. Near side, picked off the boards by Prapavesis and down low. Orval has it pinned against the end wall, scoops it in the air to the far side for Paulino. Paulino knocked down and spun down, And now DeSimone on for Rinaldi. Working into the attacking zone, stops at the circle, shot and a save by Perry. Rebound pops away, played off the end boards by the Engineers. First one to the puck is Hayhurst. Given away behind the cage is a big-time tie-up there between Walker and Prapavesis, and Prapavesis comes away with it. Fed near side, center ice, Sapinski. He has to stick handle through a pair of Engineers, lost it, but it pops right to Scarfo. Offside are the Dutchmen. They need to touch up. That'll allow the Engineers to pick it up. 1:28 to go in regulation. Near side. Here comes Hayhurst on the move. Stick handling. Far side to Wood. Rister, that one ramps up a stick and hits off the glass behind Sakelaropoulos. Behind the goal now, Hayhurst. Does battle with Meyer, plays it near side, but only to Sapinski, who will skate it out to center for Union. One-handed back by Bourbonnais. Sapinski jumps back on it, into the zone, centering pass. Good back check by Bourbonnais, breaks up, but he can't clear. Kept in far side Taylor. Stick handling Meyer into the circle, trying to drop it back. Skated on further, fans want to call, not going to get it here. Back comes Wood now for RPI into the offensive zone, and they are offside with 49.2 to go here in the third in a 2-2 game.
Rick Bennett absolutely steaming on the Union bench about that. Would have been called a tripping in the first 40 minutes of play. Absolutely would have been called tripping. There was a stick. I'm not sure who it was on the Engineers. We'll see it here. It was Riley Bourbonnais who kept his stick on the ice, and that just dumped. Took the feed out right out of Cole Myers, as the replay shows, and you hear it from the fans here, the Union fans at least. But with 50 seconds to go, it's going to be a tight whistle.
Yeah. Well, in Mayor's Cup 1, it was Matt Wilkins scoring after Nick Balin was called for interference along the boards in a 3-2 Union win. A power play goal for Wilkins at the time. Now into the zone comes Vidmar with 31 seconds left. Centering pass broken up. Nanny. Engineers want to skate. Far side, Nanny into the zone with 24 to go. Nanny in. Wrist shot saves to Sakelaropoulos. Rebound put just wide. A chance for Whiffen. And now 17 to go. Back comes Union. Pass too far out in front of Fu. Chopped back the other way by Wilson. Skips by DeSimone with 10. Maybe one more rush in the regulation 60 minutes. Maybe not. DeSimone, he must like overtime. Slam down the middle, wide of goal, and that will do it for regulation. We have OT here in the 5th Mayor's Cup, the first time it has happened in this game.
Why not? He's thinking it worked so great last time we played way back in late October.
Right.
Where they had a Vecchione wrist shot from 35 feet out that beat Chase Perry. A few minutes into overtime, and there has been some non-calls in the last stages of this. The first one, Riley Bourbonnais, we spoke about, and then Victor Liljegren almost had his pants pulled off of him the way he was dragged and held coming through the neutral zone behind the play. He would have been the third man on that rush that sent the puck just wide. As we get another look at it, Brady Whiffen with a last-ditch effort sends it off of Sakelaropoulos as he tried to get a rebound there, but Liljegren held up in the neutral zone. And I think the thinking was, if you're not going to call Riley Bourbonnais, then we're just going to do what we got to do to the RPI player coming down and a little bit behind the play. Maybe no harm, no foul there. But in any event, it'll be even strength hockey for overtime as shots are 31-26 in favor of Union.
Yeah, back on the October 29th game that Jeff was talking about, Riley Bourbonnais had the 2 RPI goals. He has one tonight. Mike Vecchione, as Jeff mentioned, scored a minute 6 into the OT for a 3-2 Union win. That was at Mesa in Schenectady. Here we are in the Times Union Center. Almost 6,000 fans in attendance on this Thursday night. We have 5 minutes of overtime. If we don't have a winner there, we'll have a shootout to decide the winner of the 5th Mayor's Cup here on this January the 19th, 2017.
Something you don't really see in college hockey. Almost reminiscent of an exhibition game that you'd see maybe the Engineers play a Canadian school early in their season, the first game, usually to get their feet wet and see what they've got. And you might see a shootout there.
Yeah, well, now I'm being told it's 5,215.
Recount?
Well, no, I think we should go look for
The missing
those
600?
Those 600 people. They're around here somewhere.
Yeah, they might just not be in their seats. Maybe they didn't count both pep bands or something. That's only 40 people.